Alright, so I will be filming my review of the Outset AX. This is from Vaxee, and I know a lot of people are probably going to be watching this, trying to decide whether they go between the EC2B or the Outset AX. And right away, I'm just going to tell you, if you want to go for it, this is the one to go for, the Outset AX. Now, I'm not saying that Zowie is bad, but this just further makes Zowie look outdated. Once you feel this kind of quality, it's gonna feel pretty hard going over to Zowie's quality. But that's not really the thing that people care about when going to Zowie. That Zowie is the king of shapes, or so they were. Since Vaxee left Zowie, they made their own company, and the mice that they have made are they're not carbon copies of what they have, but they make their new kind of iterations of it. So you have the NP01, which was actually what I ordered, but for some reason I got the Outset AX, which is a happy accident. The second you put your hand on the Outset AX, it is very different, and it is, in my opinion, a lot more comfortable. Now, with the EC2B, it takes a little bit longer for the hump to come down, and the hump isn't as defined as it is here on the Outset AX, and it's a little more, if the EC2 has a little bit more of a long shape to it, whereas with the Outset, it's like a chode. It is short and fucking stubby, and I love it. Side buttons are incredibly tactile and just amazing to use. Best side buttons I've ever actually used on a mouse before, and that's saying a lot because I have a lot of side buttons. Also, these clicks are insanely fucking good. Like, god damn, I wonder if my fucking camera, like, yeah, I don't know if it's going to be able to pick it up. They're pretty quiet. Like, these are really quiet fucking clicks. And they're so good. Like, I've never had a pair of clicks that just feel this good. And they both feel exactly the same, and they give off the same sound. I hate it when mice have different sounding clicks for their left and right. It's like, no, I want them to sound the same, and I want them to fucking feel the same, motherfucker. I was worried that there would be a lot of post travel since it's pretty far away from the shell, but no, there's not. And you actually don't notice it. I mean, it is there, but you don't notice it because of how tactile the clicks are. Side buttons compared to Zowie, they're just gonna, of course, any side button actually compared to the EC2B is gonna blow it out of the water. Is gonna blow it out of the water because the side buttons on the EC2B are so incredibly mushy that I felt flaccid cocks that are more stiff than those side buttons. Those side buttons genuinely suck, and they're an insult to side buttons. How about that, motherfuckers? And I feel like if you want quality, you're going to go with the Outset AX. Usually before, when people wanted quality, they would just suggest some other mouse. But if you want shape, a lot of people would suggest Zowie. Well, now, if you want shape, but you want an EC2 kind of shape, like a kind of distant relative, go with the Outset AX. Or if you're just looking to upgrade your EC2B, Outset AX, man. It is 100%, in my opinion, a must-buy if you are thinking on getting a Zowie shape. This is incredibly comfortable, and it is a lot more open-minded to your grip styles. With something I noticed with the Zowie EC2B, this is going to be the last bit of the video. Something I noticed with the Zowie EC2B is that I can't fingertip grip that thing because of the thumb groove on the EC2B is a lot more defined than it is on the Outset AX, so it causes me to want to like grip the mouse further up. But when I do that and I pull back to like aim down at someone, it gets stuck on my palm and it just kind of throws me off. But with the Outset AX, I don't have that same issue, so I am able to just get a full range of motion and just play however I want with it. It is extremely comfortable, and it is open-minded to your grip styles. one last thing, because I feel like this needs to be talked about because of how bad it fucking was. So this arrived from FedEx, and right away the FedEx package that it came in was just covered in tons and tons of dusty, like, it looked like someone dropped it into a mud puddle. It was fucking bad, and it left tons of residue on my hands because of how dirty it was. And then once I opened that up, opened up the package, it was airtight, by the way. When I opened up the package and pulled out this box, it was also covered in the same shit. I was like, what the hell? And I was generally worried that my mouse was gonna like be ruined if it had like water damage or some shit. But no, it was fine. I don't know what the fuck it was doing. I think they probably just like had it laying on a warehouse floor or some shit. But yeah, that is something that needs to be fucking talked about because that was just genuinely disgusting. I don't bitch about unboxing experiences, but that was unpleasant as fucking hell. So yeah, that's my review of the Outset AX. Small, just like some other notes. Scroll wheel, it's still kind of the same. 24 step. Another thing, the coating. If you have dry hands, I would go for the glossy coating because this is the bane of me when I have dry hands. When I get somewhat sweaty hands, it's god tier. But other than that, I would 100% go with glossy if you're gonna deal with that shit. But yeah, so scroll wheel's better than Zowie, but it's still like ass. And then the coating. But yeah, if you are interested in getting this mouse, I would go with it over the EC2B. Even though I've used the EC2B for over a year, I would instantly, in a heartbeat, switch off of it for this mouse.